have a little fun with some thought processes. Your brain's this awesome thing, which we've talked about before, and if your brain has ADD like me, it's even better, but we'll get into that as we move on. I want to talk to you about the safety dance. If you're an 80s kid, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All I said was the safety dance. Do I have to go into it and go do 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 do? Now it's going to be stuck in your head all day. So I apologize for that in advance. But this is important to remember. Why did the song stay stuck in your head all day? Because your brain records information using your 5 senses. So your brain records every single moment and thing going on in your entire life is stored up there. Why we have a hard time remembering things is because we don't file it right. If you ever meet with me in person and deal with this, my filing system is pretty scary at times for people, but it's a way to recall because I use the 5 senses effectively. Let me give you an example, just like the safety dance song. If you heard the safety dance song, you would probably remember the first time you saw the video or what friends you were with when it triggered. Have you ever had a favorite song come on the radio and suddenly, time warp, you're around all your friends, you remember the last time you had the song? If you ever smelled cookies walking in the room and suddenly you're in grandma's kitchen, or you remember the last time you had those cookies, that is because your brain has associated the memory with the smell. It can associate it with the taste. It can associate it with touch. It can associate it with the sound. That's why commercials do such a great job. They program those things. That's why they think they have taglines and little songs in commercials to get that memory to trigger, so when you hear that song, you remember to eat that food, you remember to do those things. So all these professionals use these skill sets to get you to buy stuff. Well, why don't you use them to get to remember stuff? And that's how you do it. You figure out an association that works for you. I just remember teaching people to tap their hand to remember something. And I was if you try it, read a page of a book tapping your hand. A week later, tap your hand and you'll recall the page of the book because you associated the memory of this and that touch becomes the trigger. I'm just saying, whether it's songs, whether it's anything in life, don't think that you forget things. All you do is forget where to file them. Start filing them in smaller and smaller components, maybe triggered by the senses, and it'll do a great job at bringing back songs or silly data that's probably irrelevant, but can help you.